Hey there, I am Parth Doshi, exploring the field of RPA and sharing my learnings with you by making videos. So, this video is going to be one of the interesting activities that I explored recently. So, we have seen like we have a data type in UiPath which is called as generic value, but we are not sure when to use it, how to use it, or even if the value is coming in generic value. Like if I have a variable called suppose value, and if the data type is generic type, so how do I format that particular value? Because what we normally do is we convert the date time using convert dot to datetime dot toString, and we give the format whatever we want. Now in that case we need the variable to be in the string data type, and then we convert it into a datetime and into a particular format. But in this video we are going to see how we can keep the data type as generic and format it in different ways we want. Even if it's a number, if it's a currency value and you want to give a, so suppose you are taking the data from some application or something like that, and then you want to give a currency symbol as well to it, right? And you want to paste it into an Excel file or write it into an Excel file. So how you can give that currency value? Sometimes the percentage value that are coming in can be 0.75, 0.93, 0.7167. So how can you convert them into percentage? Like if it is 0.75, that means it is 75, and there's the percentage symbol. So how can I add that percentage symbol, and how can I format the value if my data type is going to be generic? So we are going to see all that things in this particular video using the format value activity. So without any delay, let's get started. Okay, so let me open my UiPath Studio, and let me just delete the things I've done previously. So right now you see I have a variable called value, and its variable type is generic value. So how can you set it generic? By default, it is not going to be available over here. So you need to click on browse for data types. You need to type generic, sorry, not go to, but you need to type generic, scroll down, and then you will find over here under UiPath.system activities, UiPath.core, and in that you will find generic value. So you need to give this data type to your value. Okay, now I'm going to use first assign block. I'm going to pass the value, and let me tell you again the activity which we are going to say, this the format value activity, this is only used when your variable data type is going to be generic, and it can't be used when you have a string or integer or a data type clearly defined before. Okay, so let me drag the format value activity. We are not assigning any value, we'll do that later. So in format value, you need to send the value that you want to format in number, in percentage, in currency, and okay, there's one more, in date time. So there are four format type options available. Let me repeat them again. The first one is number, the second is currency, and the third one is percentage, as we saw. Okay, I have zoomed it a bit, so I think it should be clearly visible. Let me do it more. Okay, I think this is fine. Okay, great. So right now, first we are going to see its number. Okay, the first one is date time. So let me assign a particular date time. So the date of today is 01/11/2020. Okay. Now suppose this is the value coming in from my Excel in this particular format. Uh, it's 1st November 2020. Let me click on set format. Before that, whose value I want to set. So it is going to be value, set format, date time. Okay, so now it is coming in. Okay, so now as we can see, it is coming in the form of date, month, and year. But as you saw, what I need to do is I need to click the format type and the pattern. You see there are multiple patterns available over here. We'll see some of them. So I want to conduct it to month, date, and then year. Let me just drag a message box to see the output, and let's keep it a bit formatted value, and then now you see I haven't written any single line of code. Whatever input I'm getting, I know what input I'm getting and in what I want to convert. So I'm just going to simply use this. So let me save and run the file. Okay. I think it didn't get the value properly, or maybe we are doing some mistake. Okay, it is not understanding this particular format. What we'll do is we'll do datetime dot now. Okay, let's do this in a simple way. Datetime dot now. I want to set the format as year, month, and date. Okay, let me execute this. That was the wrong format I was giving the date in, so that's why it wasn't working. Now you see, I have the output over here, 2020 11 November. So I was successfully able to change the format. Now what I'm going to do is, let's select some other type. Let's select this and see what output we are getting. So this is how I'm easily converting my datetime values into whichever format I want without even writing a single line of code. Now you see 2020 and November is the output. Set format. So I think the previous one, what we were trying, should work in this particular case. Let's see. Now I want to set the format as okay. So okay, so this is the maybe the wrong format I'm giving the date in, but as you saw, if I have date time dot now, I can convert it into multiple formats whichever I want. That's why the name of this activity is also, as you can see, it's format value. Okay, let's see for this one what output we are getting. Now you see 11:17 is the time. So you see whatever. So suppose if you are executing some bot, you have the value, one is datetime dot now which get started, and there's a end value, and you need to put that, you need to create a suppose execution log, like when the bot started and when did it end. So you can use this particular activity. You can directly get at the start datetime dot now, you can format it to the, you can format the start time variable into whatever format you want. At the end you can use a end date and time variable or something like that, and you can format it in whatever ways you want. Now second one is going to be number. Okay, so let's give it a decimal number, 1895.6655. Okay, set format number, the decimal separator. Now you see the decimal separator over here is dot. There can be any kind of decimal separators, but we have only a dot over here. And now what is group separator? So group separator is something like when we have units, tens, hundred, then we have thousand, 10,000, lakh, 10 lakh in the Indian representation of the numbering system. Here some other numbering system is used, I think. But yeah, uh, over in currency, in Indian currency, we count as units, tens, hundred. So that group which is getting separated. So if we like normally write, okay, let me open Notepad. Okay, format, font, let me change it to 48. Okay, so if I want to write 5,000, I will write like this. So here you see this comma is my group separator. So if I want to write 50, I will write like this. So this is my group separator. Now if I want to write 5 lakhs, so this one is my group separator. As you can see, here is a comma after that. So this is how the concept of group separator is used. Now if you see over here, I have 180095.6655. So let me run the file, and then you will automatically see the group separator and the decimal separator. Decimal digits, we want only 2 after the decimal, so others are going to get round off. So now you see there's a comma over here. I hope this is clearly visible. So 180 comma 095.67. So the decimal values got rounded off. Now if I add more values over here, 125, let me see, done. So now you see only 2 values after the decimal, and the group separator over here, uh, after 180 there's a comma, 125 comma 095. So this is the different numbering system being used, but yeah, this is the, you can say, logic behind how can you use your numbering type format. Okay, now let's go to percentage. So I have 0.856123. Okay, I'm going to go over here, I'm going to click to percentage. Now symbol, definitely I want to give this. Again, my decimal separator is going to be a point, and group separator is going to be a comma. Now you see 85.61. Let's open. So you see 85.61. Now what if I change my decimal value, decimal digits to 3? Now let's see the output. You see 85.612%. So the number of decimal places you want to give, you just need to set that. You need to select the format type, and yes, the symbol. So group separator is basically used to separate your digit in the numbering system that is being used. Now the last one which we have is currency, which I was talking, like if you want to add some symbol or something like that. So suppose I have rupee. Now you see all the countries currency symbols are available. You see start with dollar, and there are many, I don't even know about some of them, but yeah, US dollars, simple dollars, and then there are many as we go down. So you can use n number of, again it's going to be the same. Let's give it as 145. Now I want rupee symbol as well to be displayed. 145.00. Okay, now if we give something like this, let's see what we get in the output. 145.63 along with the rupee symbol. So sometimes, we also require like the data to have the rupee symbol when the final Excel copy is going to some client or to some customer or like that. So in that case, we might need to indicate the currency symbols so that the end user does not get confused, or he has a clear understanding of in what currency the amount is being entered. So in that case, this is also a very useful, a format type. So I hope you got a clear understanding of different format types in the format value activity and how we can use it. Now where does this format value activity actually comes under? Let's see that the package that it comes under. This I should have shown at the start, but yeah, never mind. So under available, it comes under programming in generic value. As I said, you can only use when your data type is generic value and not anything else. So you see the description associates a specific format to a generic value that can be used with dot to string and parse operations. The available formats are number, date, time, currency, and percentage. Again, as I said at the start, you can use this very simple activities. If you don't know maybe how to change the format of date time, or give like the decimal places as we saw, or give that currency symbol, or convert it into a percentage, you don't want to do that, you can just give your variable generic value data type, and then you can just simply use the format value activity to format all the values you want in different formats available. So thank you for watching the complete video. I hope you got a very clear understanding of what is the format value activity, when it can be used, how it can be used. And I think, and I hope you find this particular video very useful. Thank you for watching the complete video. Please do like, share, and subscribe to my YouTube channel, Parth Doshi Learning by Doing. Thank you.